Good morning, church family. Pastor Dennis here with your weekly video devotional for this week. Today is September 5th. I pray that you are having a good week, enjoying this fall weather that God is giving to us and allowing us to experience this early in September. We all know that might change in the next few weeks, but we can enjoy it now and just savor the expectation of the coming season, the holiday season, what we all look forward to. So I pray that you're enjoying this time, and I hope that this video that we're making here is a benefit to you as you go through this week, as you prepare for Sunday, our time that we come back together. I pray that this encourages you and helps you think about your personal walk with Christ. That's what I hope that all of these videos are doing, is to encourage you to be faithful and to encourage you just to walk with Christ, to abide with Christ and allow Him to produce fruit in you. That's what He told us to do. So today I'd like to encourage you and read something from John chapter 3. Again, we're going to look at John the Baptist. Last week we saw John the Baptist really introducing Jesus. He said, "Behold, the Lamb of God who comes to take away the sin of the world." And he kept pointing people to the Lamb of God, telling people about Jesus. And that's an encouragement for us as well. But today in John chapter 3, beginning in verse 22, it says this: "After these things, Jesus and his disciples came into the land of Judea, and there he remained with them and baptized. Now John also was baptizing in Aenon near Salim, because there was much water there, and they came and were baptized." So Jesus and his disciples are ministering to people, baptizing people. John is in a different location. People are coming to him, getting baptized. Verse 24, "For John had not yet been thrown into prison. Then there arose a dispute between some of John's disciples and the Jews about purification." So the followers of John got into this argument, this conflict with other Jews about purification. We don't know the specifics of that argument, what was going on, and we know that happened. And then it says, "And they," talking about John's disciples, "came to John and said to him, 'Rabbi, he who was with you beyond the Jordan, to whom you have testified, behold, he is baptizing, and all are coming to him.'" So John's disciples were getting maybe kind of discouraged about Jesus' ministry increasing, Jesus' ministry growing, people going to Jesus and his disciples to be baptized instead of coming to John and his disciples. He said, "The one that you've testified about, behold, he's also baptizing, and all are coming to him." John answered and said, "A man can receive nothing unless it has been given to him from heaven. You yourselves bear me witness that I said I am not the Christ, but I have been sent before him. He who has the bride is the bridegroom, but the friend of the bridegroom who stands and hears him rejoices greatly because of the bridegroom's voice. Therefore this joy of mine is fulfilled. He must increase, but I must decrease." So John clarifies for his followers that it was a good thing that Jesus' ministry was growing and that people were hearing Jesus' voice and recognizing him. He said, "I told you that I'm not the Christ. I told you that I'm not the end-all, be-all. I'm not the answer, that I'm only sent before him. I was sent to testify about him, tell people about him, point people to him, encourage people to walk with him. I was sent before him." John recognized and understood his role and his place in this calling. He who has the bride is the bridegroom. He was saying that this Jesus, this Messiah, is the bridegroom, and he's receiving his bride, those that would believe in him and follow him and be faithful to him. "The friend of the bridegroom who stands and hears him rejoices greatly." He's saying, "I have great joy." He said, "This joy of mine is fulfilled." I have great joy because people are hearing Jesus' voice and responding to Jesus' voice. "He must increase, but I must decrease." Such a humbling and truthful statement there by John that Jesus is going to continue to increase. His ministry is going to continue to grow. People are going to follow him as they rightly should, and my ministry is going to decrease. And I think that's important for all of us to think about as Christians, that your ministry, whatever God has given you to do for other people, your ministry is to point people to Jesus. Your ministry is to point to the bridegroom and usher the bride to her groom, to bring people to Christ, to exalt Christ, to celebrate the fact that people hear him and are responding in faith, and to have the attitude of he must increase, I must decrease. Every day, Jesus must increase, I must decrease. What can you do today to exalt, to magnify Jesus in your life, and to humiliate yourself, to decrease yourself? I think that's the challenge for all of us each and every day, is to live as if Jesus must increase. We're trying to make him known and make him famous, and make less of ourselves. So I hope that this helps you today. I hope that it helps you maybe think about what you're called to do, what we're called to do. We're very much like John. We're sent to tell people about Jesus, to usher the bride to her groom, and to celebrate when people hear his voice, and then to have that attitude that Jesus must increase as we ourselves must decrease. I pray that this helps you today. God bless, and we will see you on Sunday.